So yesterday we closed the day $30 shy of $3,000. Now the conversion rate, as you can see, was actually pretty incredible. It was just about 8.4%, which means that from about 100 people that visit our store, 8 of them will buy something, which is insane. And these type of numbers with this kind of conversion rate is almost non-existent in the dropshipping realm. But hopefully after this video, you'll get a good idea on exactly kind of what we're doing as far as branding, so that you can start implementing some branding into your store to take your conversion rate to the next level, and also your sales to the next level, and your business overall to the next level. So super exciting. Make sure you stay till the end, and let's get right into it. Alright guys, we're in my computer now, ready to learn, ready to get some crazy valuable information now. Let's get it. So as you can see, I have a Google Doc here with a bunch of, sorry, Tyler's messaging me, with a bunch of stuff on branding here. But first I want to go over some examples. One of my favorite Shopify stores here, Shopalist. It's a huge general store. They're very similar to Blue Crate in the sense that they really put a big emphasis on their products and their just website overall feel. As you can see, we're on their website right now, and they have Wheelio, and it does look very congruent with the colors they use on their site, which is one of the most important things right off the bat. Shopalist, they have an incredibly clean logo, even though it's very simple. You know, there is a very nice feel to the store. So let me just go over here. So they have their own custom theme. Tyler's just messaging me right now, some funny stuff. But anyways, so as you can see, they have a really awesome site. Now, one of the things that I love about their site is that they actually put a big emphasis on growing their Instagram page. In fact, they have their Instagram posts linked right here. And as you can see, they have about 13,000 followers. And they get, you know, a ton of engagement on all of their posts, essentially, which is incredible. You know, I mean, 370,000 views. They're absolutely going viral with their posts, which is super awesome to see. And of course, that gives them a ton of organic sales, a ton of, you know, custom audience. You know, they're building their custom audiences really efficiently, essentially. And I'm sure they're making a ton of money from it. Now, let me just go over here too. I want to look at some of their products here. So everything looks really fresh and clean. Nothing too crazy, but, you know, very cool. Now, so that's kind of one of the biggest things when it comes to branding, is just being congruent. Okay, as you can see, their Instagram almost looks like their site. I mean, obviously it's mainly just videos and whatnot, but you can see kind of a similar aesthetic, right? So that's one of the biggest parts of branding that is one of the most crucial things, is to be congruent. You have to have congruence with your store, with your logo, with your email, or the emails that you're sending out, and your social media pages. It all has to be congruent. This is how you're going to maximize your branding potential, right? Colors are a huge thing too, guys. Make sure that you're thinking about the colors that you're using on your store. Don't just put whatever color. Make sure they actually look good, that they actually go well together, that it makes sense to use those colors in the niche or brand that you're trying to build. And of course, one of the biggest things is researching other brands. I mean, I look at stores all the time for inspiration on how to build ours. In fact, our newest store now that's doing very amazing, we've spent a ton of time researching on other stores to make sure that we're building it the right way, right? The way that we want it to be, and we have kind of a vision for it, right? So the difference between this and just a regular dropshipping store is that this will take some prior like, you know, research before starting the store, or while you start the store, but before running ads or anything. It takes more work to actually put together, because you got to strategize more. But this is why I love this more, because as a beginner, I think it is more important for you to spend more time like on these things that you can do for free. I mean, you can research stuff for free. It's not going to cost you any money. But, you know, just testing products blindly, that does cost a lot of money. So this is why it's important for you to do these things if you're on a low budget. And honestly, branding is just amazing, and it's going to differentiate your brand or your store so much from the rest. But anyways, like I said, think of a vibe that you want to give off. That's one of the biggest things too. And obviously it's kind of tough to really portray a vibe. Tyler keeps messaging me, but it's kind of difficult to really, you know, um, portray a certain vibe. So the best way to do this is to think of adjectives that your brand might represent or that your store stands for. Like cool, stylish, quirky, funny. Like all these things are great adjectives that can help you kind of determine the vibe that you want to give off. And like I said, researching other brands extremely, extremely helpful. Now, finding products that fit this vibe is kind of, it goes hand in hand with that, right? Shoplist, for example, they started a general store, but they are kind of like a cool, like, wow, like life hack type of stuff. Like that's kind of their vibe, and they're finding general products that fit that criteria perfectly and making it work amazingly. Um, Now, I do have a product here that I want to show you real quick. I'll get to that in a second because it's just a really good example. Um, but yeah, and of course, guys, if we are going to be selling products through dropshipping, your best chances of finding something that's super hot and essentially changes your life is by finding things that have sales potential. So finding products that fit the vibe and the niche and the overall brand that you want to build, it'll make it easier to find hot products that fit that criteria, and then all you have to do is make sure that they have selling potential. Now, selling potential can come in a lot of different ways, right? Selling potential can be previous sales data. Make sure that it has really good reviews on AliExpress and it has a decent amount of orders, 100 plus, maybe 500 plus, whatever. So it has previous sales data. People are buying it. There is a big interest for this product. Now, of course, pain point solutions, those are some of the hottest products. I mean, as you can see, that's kind of what Shoplist specializes in. It's just like cool products, but also just like, life hacks, things that make life a little bit easier, that solve a few pain points. Confidence boosters, that's another huge thing, obviously. These are all things that people impulse buy for. And aesthetically pleasing, unique items. Now, of course, obviously, that's not something that's more like an impulse buy, but it can be, especially if you put branding around it. And that's another big benefit, guys, of like really spending time on your store and thinking of it as a brand, not just a dropshipping store, is that you can start testing out other products that are not so, exposed, right? And you don't have to necessarily test these like general products. You can start testing some really cool, high quality like products from AliExpress that are just amazing that people wouldn't think to test because maybe they don't necessarily solve anything, but they're very aesthetically pleasing and very unique. Those are products that work as well, but they only really work if you're building a brand around them, right? Now, make sure that your pictures are good. This is kind of where this product comes into play. So I have this product right here that I found through the flash deals of AliExpress. By the way, guys, if you're looking for a really easy, like, way to find products that are hot, I think this is one of the hottest things personally. The flash deals really puts forward like a lot of really cool products that you can test. I mean, this looks sick right here. And just a lot of these things, this backpack, these things are very unique, things that most people don't test. So this definitely could help you out. I mean, this right here as well, I don't even know what it is, a slim patch. That sounds like it would give you it's a confidence booster, it has sales data, sold about 289, and of course it's we can kind of take from this like oh look at this is sweet, balloon airplane helicopter. That the flash deals are just a great way to find products, and that's one of the things, guys. Just you don't have to get a software, you don't have to do anything. All the softwares, they're taking products from AliExpress. I mean, I think the best methods of finding products is the Facebook search, like Facebook search bar, and just straight up AliExpress. But anyways, this is the product that I wanted to show you because this is a good, like most people, you'll have pictures like this, just a picture like this, which is great. I think you should have this. But when you have something like this, where the product is being displayed in like an aesthetic area or background, it makes it so much better, right? It makes people want to buy it more. It makes people, imagine the product in their house, in their desk, in whatever it may be, and it makes people want to buy it more, right? It's almost like a review in itself. So this is why I recommend you find pictures like this rather than pictures like this. And as you can see, Shoplist is, they do that as well. They have a little bit of both, obviously, but as you can see, they have a picture of the product in use right here, for example, instead of just white stock background pictures. Now, I'm not saying those don't work, guys. Like, you should have both, like I said. As you can see, they do have both, but it's important to not just have white stock background pictures. In my opinion, I just think it just doesn't look as appealing, right? It looks kind of weird, unless that's kind of the aesthetic you're going for, just like really clean, modern, minimalist. But otherwise, try to find pictures that are a little more dynamic. Now, yeah, so make sure you test this product out. I mean, the reason why I chose this is because it actually is kind of nice. Like, this would solve a pain point. I mean, this is pretty portable. It looks pretty effective. It's not too expensive. You could sell this for $25, $30, maybe even $35 potentially. It's got really good reviews, and it's got a lot of orders. But the orders to review ratio is pretty good. So that's something nobody talks about either. But 863 orders and 246 reviews. That's really solid. That means this probably isn't being sold by too many dropshippers that aren't gonna leave reviews. This is being bought by just people that want this product, and then they leave a review. So this is really good. This is a potential product that could work really well. And then of course, guys, just the last thing that I wanted to mention here is to post on your social media pages consistently. Like, that's probably the biggest thing. I mean, as you can see, Shoplift, they're making sure that they're posting. Let's see when's the last time they posted, but okay, July 5th. So they haven't posted on Instagram in a while, but of course, they're more of a general store. They're not truly relying on their brand. They're just relying on cleanliness when it comes to their store, just the colors, everything, the congruence of everything, the pain points, everything. That's what they're relying on. But as a brand, like if you're in a particular niche or in a general niche like fishing or outdoors, you have to post on your social media. It's one of the easiest ways to build your brand and to get organic reach, organic sales even potentially. And it's just great for people who are on a low budget. Like, if you're on a high budget, like you have $10,000 to just spend on whatever, then sure, start something like Shoplift, where it's like a general store brand, where you can dump a lot of money into Facebook ads. Where if you can't do that, make sure you're trying to maximize your organic reach as much as possible. So build out your Instagram, your Facebook pages, all of that. It's going to give you not only a boost in credibility for your stores, but like I said, it's going to give you more organic reach, more organic engagement, which honestly, you probably don't even know this, but the more organic reach you're getting on your page and the more active your page is, Facebook likes that. Facebook kind of ranks everything, it feels like. So I wouldn't be surprised if they actually rank your page based on how much engagement you're getting. And if you're getting more engagement, your ad costs are probably going to go down. They're probably going to give you higher quality traffic because you're building a community on their platform. And it makes total sense that they would do that. So make sure you keep that in mind, guys. And honestly, that's it for this video. I don't want it to get too long. I want this to be concise, to the point, so you can go out and just take action on it right away. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Make sure you subscribe to the family. We're growing super quick, very exciting. And of course, if you're going to subscribe, you might as well turn on those notifications. Why wouldn't you? But that's pretty much it for this one, guys. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace out.
Nike's on my feet, keep my cipher complete. Nike's on my feet, keep my cipher complete.